just treat this like any other game, just to go out and do what he's been doing the whole year, where he's been throwing strikes, he's been getting guys out, he's been going deep. A weekend role at UTSA, and hopefully he can do that tonight.
All right, and once again, we talked about the bullpen, and you only ended up really having 2 guys up that I saw. Maybe you had others up, but I just saw Isaac and Colin warming up there during the course of the game. Once again, we get back to that. And this is a little bit different because it's not a one and done. We're in a best of 3. Although I'm sure you're going to make your calls out of the bullpen situationally as well as you did last night.
Yeah, we're going to probably treat each game like we treated last night. 2 games is easy to lose. Game 3. We're going to go with whatever guy is pitching the best, and we're slowly starting to get more of our guys back, give us the best chance of throwing strikes and giving us our chance to win.
This is a big opportunity for pitchers to learn here, too, because of the fact that postseason is now they're in a best out of 3, which, as you say, the best way to approach is each game is equally important. Talk about the experience these guys are going to get here taking on Elmira in the West Division Championship.
Yeah, I mean, it's experience for the guys going back to school ball, and hopefully they can be successful in type environments, and hopefully they can reflect and take back upon these
your season is over. All right, Hayden, thanks for the time.
All right, thanks, Dave.
And we'll be back with the start of tonight's game after this on the Jammers Baseball Network.
I don't believe it.
Forever. But you're wrong. You can do so much more to control your high blood pressure. Doing the minimum isn't doing enough. I'm under a lot of pressure and can quit whenever I want. Bet you didn't know. Check on me. Give me something green to nibble on every once in a while. And maybe we can do some exercise on occasion.
To a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get your blood pressure to a healthy range before it's too late. Find out how at heart.org/bloodpressure.
Behind the plate tonight, it's Connor Rule, and out on the hill is Brad Griggs. Brad entering tonight's game, his regular season marks in 2017, 4-2 with a 2.50 ERA. He did appear in a big part of the Pioneers' success. Coming into the game, hitting .306. He was in 42 games, started 41. Hits one high in the air, foul down the right field line, giving Chase Conti over near the fence. Takes a tumble and is unable to catch the ball and rolled on his side and into the fencing there, but he gets himself up and he jogs right back out on the field and nods that he's okay. A long, noisy strike off the bat of Brett Rodriguez. Rodriguez, the shortstop, did hit a home run here at Russell E. Dietrich Park back at the beginning of the season. And he's hit by the pitch. Just inside, just caught a piece of him. So the Pioneers, the first team with a base runner in tonight's game, and that's Brett Rodriguez, down to first. Brings up Andy Orzel. He's hitting .303 on the season. He appeared in 25 games, started 23 of those, 27 for 89 at the plate, scored 17 runs, 17 ribbies, and an .817 OPS. First pitch to him's over the outside corner and strike one called. Orzel in last night's game went 1 for 6 with a run scored. The count quickly, no balls, 2 strikes on Andy Orzel. No balls, 2 strikes. Brad Griggs pitching from the stretch, comes set in the 0-2, grounded back to Griggs, jumps up, gets it, throw to first. That's a double play. Pitcher.
And that brings to the plate Troy Dixon. First pitch to him down the pipe, strike one. Troy Dixon last night was 3 for 4, 2 runs scored in the game at Geneva, and he singles here, keeps that torrid hitting pace going. That double play looming really big now. And it brings up designated hitter Connor Grammis. Grammis last night in the game at Geneva went 2 for 5 and scored 2 runs on the season. Connor Grammis, the leading hitter on the team at .377, appeared in 33 games, started all of those. 52 for 138 at the plate, 25 runs scored, 36 ribbies, and an OPS of .960. 0-1 the count to him. Gregg's next pitch over the outside corner, quickly ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. Be good to see Brad take care of this right here and right now. No balls, 2 strikes. Runner at first, Dixon. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's exactly what Brad Griggs did. Gets a strikeout after giving up the single to Dixon to retire the side. No runs, a hit, no jammers errors, and there was one runner left on base. That was Troy Dixon. The score at the end of one half, Pioneers nothing, Jammers coming to bat on the Jammers Baseball Network.
This is the news. This morning, we are saluting the 2.2 million women who have joined in the war effort. They now make up 37% of the workforce, changing their role forever.
The prestigious Harvard Medical School is breaking ground today, opening its doors to new female applicants.
Today, little girls all over the world look to the sky, where the first woman is now in space.
Military stereotypes are challenged today with the trailblazing promotion of a U.S. female officer to 4-star general.
We've come so far, but our news is changing for the worse. More women die from heart disease and stroke than men, even though it can be prevented. Make a change at GoRedForWomen.org today. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women.
Welcome back to Russell Lee Dietrich Jr. Park in Jamestown, New York. Jammers and the Elmira Pioneers in Game 1 of a best-of-3 playoff to determine the West Division champion. Here's the lineup that Anthony Barone is sending out to face Grant Donahue tonight. Chris Conley will lead off. He is the DH and wears number 17. Batting second, right fielder, number 6, John Conti. Hitting third, the first baseman, number 30, Ben Brookover. In the cleanup spot, center fielder, number 2, Skylar Valentine. Batting fifth, shortstop, number 1, Alex O'Donnell. Hitting sixth, third baseman, number 16, Chris Estrada. Batting seventh, left fielder, number 29, Jimmy Standahar. Batting eighth, it is the catcher tonight, number 22, Connor Rule. And batting ninth and playing second base, it is Nick Bernick. Around the field for the Elmira Pioneers, Colton Evans is in left. Ayrton Schaefer in center, Aubrey Major in right, Troy Dixon down at third, Brent Rodriguez at short, Andy Orzel at second, Braden Combs at first. Cody Thompson is behind the plate tonight, catching Grant Donahue. Grant Donahue on the season 3-1 with a 2.15 ERA. 8 games, all starts, 37 2/3 innings pitched. He gave up 16 runs, only 9 of those earned, 26 hits, walked 20, struck out 39. Opponents averaged $182 with Grant Donahue on the hill. Chris Conley leading things off for the Jammers here in the bottom of the first, and the first pitch by Donahue, squaring to bunt and pulling back as Conley taking ball 1 high. Conley on the season hit .382, appeared in 41 games, started 39. 47 for 123 at the plate. Next pitch right down the pipe, and the count is even at 1-1. Chris Conley in last night's game against the Onondaga Flames was 1 for 2, hit by a pitch 2 times, and he also had 3 walks on the night. That pitch just misses high, and the count is now 2-1 on Chris Conley. Conley, the left-handed hitting DH tonight for the Jammers. Christ, of course, hails from Derby, New York, attending Canisius, ready to head off for his senior year after the season is over. Counts even at 2 now on Chris Conley. Chris at 6'1" and 230 steps back in, ready to face Grant Donahue with an even count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Donahue ready with the 2-2. This one's popped up down the left field line, giving Chase Dixon in foul territory. Can't quite get to it. Chris Conley will live to see another pitch from Grant Donahue. Pioneers unable to score in their half of the first. They did get a hit off the bat of Troy Dixon, who just tried to chase that one down. Stepping back in is Chris Conley. Two balls, 2 strikes, and the break-even pitch again. Hit high in the air, center field. Schaefer going back, won't be able to get it. It bounces shy of the warning track and then up against the wall. Schaefer fields the hop off the wall. Chris Conley pulls into second base. It's a leadoff double. And it brings up John Conti.
Right fielder number 6, John Conti.
On the season, Chris Conley second on the team with doubles with 13. It brings up John Conti. John, last night's hero, with the RBI single that won it in the bottom of the 11th in walk-off fashion. And John Conti on the season hit .345, appeared in 41 games, started 32, 40 for 116 at the plate over the season, scoring 32 runs, amassing 30 RBIs, hit 3 doubles and 3 triples on the season. He was hit by a pitch 6 times. And his OPS at .912. Last night, John was 2 for 6 on the night. None bigger than that one in the 11th. And on the grass at third, Dixon. First pitch, chopper over the mound. It's into center field, base hit. Anthony Barone is going to wave Chris Conley. Throw comes in. Conley will score. Jammers lead 1-0.
Your Jammers have scored! Now coming up the bat, the first baseman, number 30, Ben Brookover.
Conti moving up to second base on the throw in to try to get Conley. John has himself another big RBI in the postseason in 2017. And it brings up Ben Brookover. Ben Brookover, the first baseman. They said they were going to get him new pants, but nope, still looks like his ran through a shredder that they got from W.B. Mason. First pitch to him outside low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner at second, Conti, and nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Ben was 3 for 5 last night with a double and a ribby. 1-0 pitch. Hit into center field. Schaefer going over. Makes the catch. Tagging at second. Trying to move up Conti. Throw in from Schaefer. Slide. Safe. Helping his buddy Ben Brookover up with his batting average. That's a sac fly to center.
Now
moving him up.
Center fielder number 2, Skylar Valentine.
Conti at third. Just 1 out, and Skylar Valentine at the plate. Skylar, well, I was just going to say, had a night last night. He would like to forget, went 0 for 6 in that game against Onondaga. And that is very uncharacteristic of Skylar, a .333 hitter during the season for Anthony Barone. Started 46 games, appeared in 46. First pitch over the outside corner from Donahue, strike 1. 0-1 the count. Skylar went 46 for 133 over the season, scored 36 runs. He also, over the course of the season, amassed 29 ribbies, and his OPS 910. Pretty good stuff for Skylar. Next pitch to him, miss for a ball, and the count's even at 1. Skylar Valentine from Pearland, Texas, attending UTSA. About to head into his senior year there. 1-1 the count and the pitch. Donahue, oh my, catches outside corner. I was just about to say missed outside, but Tim Adams behind the plate called strike 2. Count now 1-2. Rick Elrod is the umpire on the bases tonight. We thought maybe there'd be 3 with this being a postseason playoff game for a division championship, but not the case. Here's a chopper hit toward the shortstop, Rodriguez. That'll score Conti, and the throw over to first just gets Skylar Valentine. A one-hopper that was snagged by Braden Combs. So on the ground out, Valentine picks up a ribby. This is one way to leave nobody on base at the end of an inning. He just cleaned everything up and scored 2 runs. Alex O'Donnell will try to keep the inning going. OD hot at the end of the season. Got his average up to 248 as we came to an end. And last night, OD was 1 for 4. The first pitch is outside in the dirt, ball 1. 1-0 the count to the right-handed hitting shortstop of the Jammers, Alex O'Donnell. 1 ball, no strikes. Nobody aboard, 2 out, 2-0 Jammers lead. Outside corner, counts even at 1. The Jammers will be well familiar with Tim Adams' strike zone, as he was behind the plate last night, behind there again. 1-1 pitch. Off-speed delivery, misses outside, and the count now 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody aboard, 2 out. Grant Donahue on the hill with the 2-1 pitch. It gets high enough to go over top of the first base bleachers, and the count is now even at 2 on Alex O'Donnell. It's one I would not have wanted to be in the way of. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 out. Donahue comes set, and the 2-2. Grounded toward short, takes a strange hop. Rodriguez expecting it to stay low, but it popped up around the chest. Brent was able to handle it with no problem and retire Alex O'Donnell and the Jammers. The Jammers score 2 on 2 hits. No errors for the Pioneers. Nobody left. We have completed 1. The score, Jammers 2, Pioneers nothing on the Jammers Baseball Network.
Hey, Dr. Phil here. I help people solve difficult and trying personal problems every day on my TV show, but there's one problem that's just got me stumped: childhood hunger. Nearly 16 million children in America struggle with it. That's 1 in 5 kids who may not know where their next meal is coming from, despite the fact that there's more than enough healthy, nutritious food out there to feed them all. Now, I don't know about you, but that is unacceptable to me. Children and their families at local food banks all across the country. But let's face it, they can't do it without your help. Join me in supporting Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Briggs is strike 1 called. No balls and a strike to the right-handed hitting center fielder, Ayrton Schaefer. Kind of similar to Dave Lascawa in a number of what the left field, Ayrton Schaefer is aboard.
Now up the bat, the right fielder, number 22, Aubrey Major.
Brings up the right fielder, Aubrey Major. Runner at first, nobody out. Aubrey Major has been a thorn in our side. He's over on the right side of the plate, which to me has not been his best side, at least in games against us. First pitch to him's high outside, ball 1.